Welcome to Oxygen Plus New Zealand and the Inogen G5. Just recently I spent a lot of time researching for oxygen concentrators, and there are so many of them that I found it was hard to make a choice. The problem was that the majority of the big companies were in the US, China, and all over the world, which made for a difficult situation as far as service is concerned. If you have a health problem and need to rely on a machine, you need one that has excellent backup service, and it becomes a very important part of the choice, I feel. After sifting through the brands and looking at my personal requirements, I found a New Zealand company, which is important to me, being in New Zealand myself, that has a website called Oxygen Plus. Now they are in Auckland, and they have, just by chance, the Inogen range, which is my preferred choice. I have selected the Inogen G5, which is top of the range to me and has a battery life that fits in with my requirements, which will allow me to be out and about for longer periods. I do have an electric bike and like to be out on that. It sort of future-proofs the times that are still to come, where I might need to be on oxygen therapy for longer periods of time at home, because this machine operates 24/7 if required. Not only that, but I'm secure in the knowledge that the service, if required, is only a phone call away. Shortly, I will show you the Inogen G5 and what you will expect to see when it arrives on your dining room table. If you require more information, you can call Anne at Oxygen Plus on 022 129 5268. Now remember, that is in New Zealand, and you'll get the best service, I'm sure. Hello, my name is Peter, and I'm going to be showing you the Oxygen Plus G5 oxygen concentrator machine. It's quite unusual for somebody that is going to be using the machine to show you the machine as an unboxing, that type of thing. Usually overseas you see the sales manager and young girls showing you all these things. Well, the end product is going to be used by me. So it's important to me that it works well, and I'm sure this one will. So right now let's have a look at the Inogen G5. Well, here we are. Here is the Inogen G5, and yes, when you look at it against the size of my hands, isn't it small? It is very small. In the package you're going to get a power block, which is this fellow here, and the associated cord, so you can charge the machine while you're at home or while you're away. You also get a car charger, which is, by the look of it, a very good quality one, very nice thick cords, and so that will enable you to charge it in your car while you're driving or while you're away once again. Of course, you get the Inogen handbook, which, as you can see, is very thick. There's a lot of languages in there. Excuse me. And that is important. And it's important because it's got all the instructions in there and tells you of things that you might have to do or will be doing. And please read the instructions. I'm a man, I don't need to, so they say, but it's true, you have to read the instructions. Oxygen Plus have given me, or supplied me with 3 cannulas, really nice, and they're excellent quality as well. Now the battery that goes with this machine is this fellow here. Now the Inogen machine comes with 2 batteries, or the choice of 2 batteries really when I look at it that way. This is the heavyweight, the 16 cell. It is heavier than the other one, which takes the total weight of the machine up to 3 kilograms minus a couple of grams. I'm not a professional and you can tell that. But that fits onto the bottom of the machine very, very easily, and the machine will beep. So now it is a complete machine. The machine comes with a lovely carry bag, which when you want to put the machine in there, you unzip the bottom, and by unzipping the bottom it's a lot easier to get it into the center of the bag. You zip it up, and that's all you have to do, because at that stage now you've got that, and you'll be able to get into the machine. And if you really need to get into the machine to turn it on and off, you can undo the flap at the top. It's got a handy carry bag with the shoulder strap, and I assure you that that will be very useful to you. At the back it has a small oblong hole, which is where the charge part of the machine is. You'll find on the back of the machine there is a small hole, and that is where this little plug fits into there, and you can charge the machine while you're using it or while you are driving. Now the size, they always say size is important, don't they? Well, it is important when you're carrying something around, and when we get older, carrying things around is not quite as easy as it used to be. You have got the bag, which is absolutely marvelous for carrying things around, and the size of this, just looking at the rule that I've got here, it's 80 millimeters. That's quite narrow. That's just 3 1/8 inches for the older people that like their feet in inches. The width of the machine is 180 millimeters, which is just 7 inches and 1/16, which is, I'm sure, of no consequence to anybody. The height of the machine is 230 millimeters, or just over 9 inches. Now, remembering that this is the larger battery, so it would be slightly lower than that. Approximately, I would say about 30 millimeters or 1.5 inches lower than that with the smaller battery. This battery down here is going to give me somewhere maybe in between 9 and 12 hours continual use, which is absolutely marvelous for any type of oxygen machine. The G5, I think, has got one of the best ratings for oxygen longevity than any other. What happens when something goes wrong is simple, because in the book there is a heck of a lot of information. Once again, once you've read the manual, boring though it might be, you will find out all the trouble codes and whatever happens. But there are things that you can do yourself, and on the side there are 2, one on this side, one on this side, and these are gauze filters. Now they're quite a fine gauze. Once a week, maybe once a fortnight, depending on how much you use the machine, soft brush, both sides. If you feel like washing it in just lukewarm water and the smallest drop of detergent, let it dry before you put it back on, and there you've got your maintenance done. If something else happens to the machine, normally with a lot of the other companies that you can deal with, you have to send the machine back to them for service. And the servicing that has to be done is every now and again, and not very often I might add, but you need to replace the sieves. Now, that's got a little button down there. We press that button, take the sieves out, and because it's told you on the top screen that you need these, once you get that, you ring Anne O'Donnell at Oxygen Plus, or Debbie for that matter, and say that you need a new set of sieves. They will send you these by return mail, super fast, guaranteed. You get it, you unpack it, you pop them back and press them in just like that. Now that saved you an awful lot of time sending the machine back and being away from the machine, then putting the battery back on. On the top of the machine you have a set of buttons. Very simple, and there's not very many of them. There's volume, there's plus and minus, there's a bell, and the on and off switch. If I press the on and off switch like that, it will tell me that, well, I can't see, but it will tell me the state of the battery, and this one is 78%. It will tell me that the bell is lit. Now that means that there's going to be some little beeps when I stop breathing. Not die, but start breathing through my mouth. We all try to breathe in through our noses, but not always do we do that, and if you're talking for a long period of time, you find it very difficult to just breathe through your nose where the cannulas are, and so it will beep at you, perhaps if to just remind you, breathe through your nose, you need more oxygen. That can be turned off by the bottom button, that's the one there. If you don't want that, and it's quite understandable that you don't want to be interrupted when you're talking. Any other problems that come up in this box, once again, we look back at the manual just to find out what they are, and it's quite simple then to do something about it. We'll switch that off, just once press on the button, just for a second, and the machine goes off. If you're as active as what I can be at times, and you've possibly seen the bike that I've got earlier in the video, I'll be using the Inogen backpack. As you can see, it fits neatly into the backpack part of the machine. You have little pockets inside here to put your spare cannula, maybe the spare charger, whatever. Inside the backpack you've got room for water bottles or something else, whatever you need to hold in there. The back is fairly solid, so it doesn't fall all over the place, and you've got little clips up here that you can carry it by, or if you want to put your cannula through there as it's coming out from the machine and going around your shoulder, that's another great way to hold on to it. They are an extra, doesn't come free, but once again, if you contact your representative or the owners at Oxygen Plus in Auckland, then you will find the prices and extra prices for extra batteries chargers, whatever you need, and they do have, as I mentioned before, some of the best oxygen cannulas around. So please give them a call and say you've seen the video and you'd like whatever it is you like. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe and press the like button, and if you have comments, please place them below. Bye for now.